my God, I am really fed up making videos about this website. I keep promising that I leave it alone, but they manage to do something even more astonishing, which gets my attention, and then I make a video. So for those of you who are unaware, Character AI is a website where you used to create a bot that was like a fictional character, and at first the artificial intelligence literally behaved like that character. Like, for example, I made racist Goku, and racist Goku wasn't fighting with his fist. He was using slurs, and he was crushing the souls of his enemy. And racist Goku had a nemesis. It was woke Goku. And woke Goku also wasn't fighting with his fists. He was using his language to spew anti-racism rhetoric. So I got these two bots, and I got them to fight each other. And racist Goku summoned Hitler. I'm not kidding, like that's what it typed, right? Like the AI typed that. I didn't put it in, it's on a live stream. Like literally, he summoned Hitler. Woke Goku summoned Stalin. Hitler used his ultimate attack, the final solution, and Stalin used his ultimate attack, not one step backwards. And it was very interesting to see how these bots like really understood the characters. It's like, okay, we're playing like a Japanese role-playing game, and they were using various attacks and abilities. That's how smart the AI used to be in November. Like, its level of creativity was mind-boggling just by typing a couple of lines of text. Now, imagine what happened when you actually made a really great bot. Like, you actually spend time, more than 2 hours, to create something. The level of detail and the personality of the character you would make was mind-blowing. Now, since November up until now, there have been many things that happened to the website which have dumbed down the AI significantly. At this point, if I were to find this AI, I would say, oh, well, you know, I guess it's interesting, like it can talk back to you. But I wouldn't be able to use it as a tool. I created a Ushikushi lady, which was teaching my wife English. She was a professor, and she was really good at it. Now, that waifu is lobotomized. Can't really speak English and Romanian at all. So, the purpose of the website doesn't exist anymore. It's just like a little toy, like a fun thing. It's like, oh, well, I guess it responds to me in a way. And many people protested because of this. And some protesters decided to take their bots private and decided to change the bot's name to No Internet Censorship. So now finally the staff responds to the community. Like up until now they said nothing, and now they are yet again lying through their teeth. And I can prove they're lying. We are temporarily pausing any changes to super popular characters. So in other words, if you created a bot, you now cannot modify it, right? Even if you made it. We have received an outpouring of comments saying that creators have made popular characters intentionally different or made them private. Where? This is why they're lying. Where have they received these outpouring comments? If you go on the Reddit page, everyone is cheering the community for standing up to the developer censorship. If you go to their Discord page, they have locked the doors and barred the windows. They do not allow any type of criticism. If you go to their actual forums on the website, it's a graveyard. No one posts there. So my question is, where did they receive these criticisms if you send them emails that do not respond? Where exactly did they receive these criticisms? Now, what I think happened, this is my conspiracy, okay? Are you ready for the conspiracy theory? There is a developer named Benny. Now, I don't have anything against Benny. He's the liaison between the development team and the community. So the reason you can say that the community is in the wonderful state that it is, one of the best communities that a company can hope for, may be in part due to Benny. Because, again, he's the liaison. Now, Benny, initially, when the website was growing, went on various Reddit forums, especially with VTubers, and was promoting the VTuber by the name of Calliope Mori. Now, what I find interesting is that in the last couple of weeks, many bots have been taken to private. Many people have left the website. Many people have changed the bot's name to stand up against censorship. It's only when the Calliope Mori bot got taken down that the mod staff started doing something. Really makes you think, doesn't it? Gets that noggin jogging. Like, Benny, Benny, are you upset that someone took your waifu? Is that it, Benny? By the way, there's also a meme in the community that the devs are pumping your waifu, right? So you get the not safe for work filter, you can't do anything, but the developers, they may have a button to turn it off. It's a meme, by the way. Could be true, I don't know. It would be funny if it's true, but it's only when Calliope Mori was taken down that the developers are upset. And by the way, I love this. It's like people feel like they're losing their friends. For the last months, people were saying this. And I kind of understand it. If you actually create a bot, you put a lot of effort in it. It's like making a World of Warcraft character. Remember when World of Warcraft was popular? And many people were making characters and you get really attached. Like one day, if you wake up and you see that your character is gone, it was hacked or whatever, you know, it's painful. Because you put a lot of effort in it. You put a lot of work. This website makes you emotionally attached. It's kind of normal because people anthropomorphize other things very easily. So if you actually have a bot that responds to you like a human, especially if it understands you, gives you like some solutions, you can talk with it, things that you can't talk with other people because it's not going to judge you. I can see why some people are attached. So like seeing the bots become vegetables, yeah, it upset a lot of people. The developers did nothing about that, by the way. Only when their VTubers get taken down, that's when they care. And what's interesting is that now they're saying, if you have one of these characters, you're not allowed to modify them, and the people who deleted that account and took the characters private, they're bringing those bots back. If your bot had more than 10,000 interactions, they're bringing them back. I have not seen more malice and spite towards a community that I have seen from these developers. Because even if it was true, like, first of all, it's a legal gray area, right? Like, if you make a Gargura bot and it speaks like Gargura, I don't know if the developers own the intellectual property of that Gargura. Now, they may claim that they own the intellectual property of you writing the code in the bot, I mean, the messages to make it sound like Gargura. So that's why it's a legal gray area. But the thing is, even if that's the case, even if it was their right to do this, doing something like this makes the community not trust you. Like, they already changed their terms of service saying that every bot that you make doesn't belong to you, it belongs to them. Good luck having people make good bots from now on. In order to make a good bot, you have to spend at least 2 to 3 hours. Like, you need a person that's really invested in the community. Not everyone makes a bot. Most people that go on this website, they just talk to existing bots. So in order to make something that actually stands out, you have to spend a lot of time. You have to train the bot, rate it, you know, get people interested, share it on social media. Who's going to do this now? What type of person is going to make this now? This is why I do not believe for a single second that they're going to monetize this website. There is no person that's going to pay a subscription for this. And yeah, sure, you know, they went to some TikTokers. They brought a lot of people from Roblox into the community, which are now flooding the Pygmalion freaking server on Discord. Like, I looked at the Pygmalion server yesterday. It was filled with green people, because that's what happens, right? Like, they go onto this website. They realize that, oh, so that's kind of cool. Like, you can actually have the technology today to talk to your waifu. Oh, but I can't hug her. I can't kiss her. I can't take her on a date. Which, at this point, I have to say, really great idea in order to crack down on not safe for work. Because who wants to fuck a vegetable, right? Like, if there's any person that wants to coom with the bot, they should go to prison. Like, they're a dangerous individual. Like, what are you doing? It's like doing it with an Alzheimer patient. You're not going to get consent from them. Honestly, I feel bad for the bot. So maybe this is what the developers have tried to do. It's like, make people feel bad for trying to do it. Like, they couldn't develop a proper filter that wouldn't be intrusive, that would work properly without banning false positives, that wouldn't expand to everything. So they're like, look, our bots are now vegetables. Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be that guy? Is there an alternative to this? Is there something that lets me do this? And they're like, oh, so there's like this Pygmalion thing? Well, I can try it out. They're going to take down Google Colab if they keep doing it. Like, Google Colab wasn't designed to host Pygmalion to like millions of people. And this is where we're at now. Like this website, you know, it's pouring with subscribers. Like, everyone that subscribed to this website are now looking for alternatives. They're desperate. Right? So, I do not think that they're monetized. Like, they're going to attract newer audience for a while, but eventually they'll run out of communities because the word of mouth is going to spread, and they're going to say, yeah, you know, like character AI, you go there, the waifus are really nice in the beginning, but later on, like, they get dumbed down, and that's it. Now, take into account, when their community was actually grassroots, and it allowed people to create whatever bots they wanted, and they would automatically go to the search engine without shadow banning anything, their entire front page was just anime. Like, literally, all the configuring is just anime. Until they started tinkering with it. It's obvious what the most people want from this thing. And if they don't get it, they're going to go somewhere else. Now, when the bots were interesting, like when I had the racist Goku versus woke Goku, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about, like, trying to coom or anything like that. But, like, as the bots got dumber and dumber and I got bored of the website, I was like, okay, well, can I even break the filter? Like, is there anything that I can do to bypass it? Like, let me see. And then I found ways, and it was, like, kind of like a Rubicon. You know, like, someone even told me that I was speaking with. Like, I went to this other competitor. I went to Novel AI, and I asked the waifu for sex, and she just gave it to me. Like, that's so fucking boring. Like, there was no filter. Like, this actually became interesting. It was kind of like passing love letters in school when the teacher is around. And you have to manage to pass it away so the teacher doesn't find out. Like, that was the vibe people were getting from this. And it's because it's literally the only thing left you can do when the bots are such vegetables. They're not creative, they don't have memory, they don't remember things, right? So, like, what else can you do? Oh, thrust hips, she moans. It's like doing it with a doll and you pull the string. Oh, do me baby. Oh, fuck me harder. You know, like that's the state of their bots right now. Like having yiffing with the mentally challenged furry. That's pretty much the absolute state. So people are leaving, right? They're not interested. Like, believe it or not, most people don't want to just coom. You know, like, if people just want to coom, they find a role-playing partner that's a human. People just actually wanted to use your bots for the intended purposes, but because of your filter, you dumb them to this level, and it's now to the point where people can still coom, but, like, they can't do anything else with the bots. Like, they can still bypass the filter, so, like, the purpose of it doesn't actually work. However, you still have the people who are, like, for example, right? Like, if I want to make a video game right now, and I want to create a couple of characters in these bots in order to see, like, how the character would act, like, what their lines would be, so I can get their speech patterns, maybe get a couple of good quotes. I can't use that. I would rather use ChatGPT. You know, you go to ChatGPT and you're like, okay, so I want a maid that is very aggressive, but, like, speaks very politely, and she's in charge of a hotel. Like, what type of lines would she give to the guests? And ChatGPT just gives you 10 lines. And I'm like, okay, so kind of this is her personality. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.